Welcome to my channel Pocket Change Coins, because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we're going to dive deep into the incredible and highly sought-after United States of America $quarter coin from the year 2000, specifically, the Maryland State Quarter. At first glance, it may look like just another commemorative coin from the popular 50 state quarters program, but believe me, the surprises hiding in this small piece of metal are enough to spark serious excitement and serious value. The Maryland Quarter was the seventh coin released in the 50 state quarter series, which began in 1999 and quickly became one of the most beloved and widely collected coin programs in U.S. mint history. Each state was honored with a unique reverse design, and in 2000, the spotlight was on Maryland, the bold line state. The reverse of the coin features the stunning image of the Maryland State House, the oldest state capitol still in legislative use today, surrounded by white oak branches, a nod to the state tree and a symbol of strength and heritage. The word Maryland arches proudly above the design, with 1788 representing the year it joined the Union, and the motto, the Old Line State, stamped boldly below. But what truly elevates this coin from a historical commemorative to a rare and valuable collector's item is a set of remarkable minting errors and specific coin features that very few people even know exist. These error coins are so rare and so desirable that collectors from around the world are paying huge premiums to get their hands on them. When we talk about modern coin treasure, this Maryland Quarter is at the top of the list, and it's not just about what's on the coin, but how it was struck. One of the most famous and widely documented rare errors on the 2000 Maryland Quarter is the double die reverse. In this striking error, parts of the reverse design, such as the words, the Old Line State, the oak branches, or even parts of the dome, appear slightly duplicated or doubled under magnification. This doubling is the result of a die misalignment during the minting process, and it makes the coin incredibly valuable and appealing to error collectors. The stronger and clearer the doubling, the more valuable the coin becomes, especially if it's paired with excellent surface condition and minimal wear. Another thrilling variety found among the 2000 Maryland quarters is the off-center strike. This error is exactly what it sounds like. The design was struck off-center, leaving part of the coin blank and the rest of the image visibly shifted to one side. It's not only a striking visual anomaly, but it's also a sign that something unusual happened during production, and collectors absolutely love coins like this because no two off-center errors are exactly the same. If you find a Maryland Quarter with this kind of error and it includes the date and most of the design, you may be holding something extremely rare and valuable. There are also known examples of clash die errors, where the obverse and reverse dies came together without a planchet between them, leaving faint outlines of the design on the opposite side of the coin. This creates a kind of ghostly image behind the main design, an eerie but amazing minting mistake that instantly catches a collector's eye. These errors are not only rare but stunning to look at, and when they appear on a popular coin like the 2000 Maryland Quarter, their market value can rise fast. So how can you tell if your Maryland Quarter is one of these valuable gems? First, grab a good magnifying glass or coin loupe and take a close look at the lettering on both the obverse and reverse. Check for any signs of doubling in the inscriptions, especially Maryland, the Old Line State, and the date. Next, look at the overall alignment of the design. Does it appear perfectly centered? Or is part of the image cut off or shifted toward one edge? If so, that's a clear sign of an off-center strike. And don't forget to look at the edges and fields of the coin for any signs of die clashes or unusual marks that might indicate a rare minting process error. Collectors are always on the lookout for high-grade, error-laden state quarters, and the Maryland Quarter from 2000 is no exception. In fact, because this coin is part of such a beloved series, even non-error coins in top mint state condition can command solid prices, but when you combine high grade with an extraordinary error, that's when the serious money starts rolling in. Coins graded MS67 and above, especially those certified by PCGS or NGC, are already highly desirable, but throw in a known mint error, and you've got a potential auction star. And speaking of auctions, let's talk about real market examples, because the collector world has already seen some astonishing sales involving the Maryland Quarter. Some of the most pristine and rare error coins have been sold through top auction houses and online marketplaces, generating buzz among collectors and reaching incredible prices that most people would never associate with a modern coin. These sales prove that even coins from just 2 decades ago can become ultra-valuable collector pieces when the right conditions and features are present. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, the value reveal. Just how much could a rare 2000 Maryland quarter with a striking mint error or graded in flawless mint state condition be worth on today's hot collector market? Brace yourself, because one such coin with verified rarity and an eye-catching error has sold for an astonishing $90,000. That's right, $90,000 for a coin most people pass by without even a second thought, so don't wait another minute. Check your change, open those old coin rolls, search your drawers, and examine every Maryland quarter from the year 2000. You never know what you might find, and if you spot one with an unusual feature or rare error, you could be holding a piece of American coinage history worth a fortune. If you think you've discovered something rare or have questions about your own collection, be sure to leave a comment below. We love hearing from fellow collectors and helping you on your journey to uncover hidden treasure. Second rare coin. Get ready to learn everything you need to know about the United States of America $quarter coin from New Jersey, issued in 1999. This is a coin you do not want to overlook, because the rarest versions of this quarter have been commanding absolutely jaw-dropping prices in the collector market. So, grab your magnifier, sit back, and listen closely. You might just discover a hidden treasure sitting in your change jar right now. The 1999 New Jersey quarter was the third state quarter released in the legendary 50 state quarters program launched by the U.S. Mint. This historic program captured the imagination of millions of Americans by releasing 5 new quarters each year, each honoring a different state with a custom design. New Jersey's coin was released in May of 1999 and features the famous scene of George Washington crossing the Delaware River, an iconic moment in American history that represents bravery, leadership, and the birth of a nation. The design captures the strength and determination of that cold December night in 1776 and has since become one of the most memorable and meaningful designs in the entire series. But while this coin is historically rich and beautifully designed, there's more to it than meets the eye. Some 1999 New Jersey quarters possess rare minting errors and unique features that set them apart from the millions of regular circulation coins. These special versions have become hot commodities in the numismatic world, with collectors and investors constantly searching for these hidden gems. The rarest examples have been known to sell for prices that most people wouldn't believe possible for a coin still technically considered modern. One of the most talked about and valuable errors found on the New Jersey 1999 quarter is the double die error, which occurs when the die used to strike the coin creates a doubled image due to misalignment. This can affect the inscriptions like United States of America, E pluribus unum, or even Crossroads of the Revolution, causing those words to appear slightly overlapped or shadowed. If you look closely and spot that distinct doubling, you might be holding a highly collectible version of this coin. These types of doubling errors are extremely sought after, especially if the coin is in mint state condition. Another highly desirable minting mistake is the off-center strike. This is when the coin is not perfectly aligned in the press during minting, resulting in a design that's shifted to one side. In some extreme cases, part of the design is even missing, making the coin instantly recognizable as something special. These off-center errors are rare, and when they occur on a state quarter, especially one from the first year of the program, they attract serious attention from collectors looking for standout pieces to complete their collections. There are also cases of clipped planchet errors, where a portion of the metal blank was missing when the coin was struck, resulting in a coin with a curved edge or a bite taken out of it. These coins are strikingly unique and impossible to fake, which makes them both visually fascinating and extremely collectible. Imagine finding a New Jersey quarter with this kind of mistake. It would be like discovering a one-of-a-kind piece of minting history right in your change. Let's not forget about the rare wrong planchet errors, where the New Jersey design was accidentally struck on a blank intended for another denomination or coin type. For example, there are a few known cases where state quarters were mistakenly struck on dime planchets, creating an ultralight, undersized quarter with a full design. These errors are exceptionally rare, but they do exist and have shown up at auctions and coin shows, where bidding wars quickly break out among eager collectors. If you're wondering how to identify these valuable versions of the 1999 New Jersey quarter, start by checking the coin's overall condition. A coin with little to no wear, strong luster, and sharp details is always more desirable. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the lettering and fine details of the design. Doubling will usually be visible around the edges of letters and numbers. Examine the alignment of the design. Is it perfectly centered? If not, you could have an off-center strike. And pay close attention to the coin's edges. Unusual shapes or missing sections may point to a clipped planchet or wrong planchet error. Collectors and dealers around the country are paying premium prices for certified error coins from the 50-state quarter series, especially those from the first year like 1999. The excitement around these coins has only grown with time, as more and more people realize just how valuable and important these modern coins can be. Several auction houses have reported high prices paid for New Jersey quarters with clear errors, especially when certified by major grading companies like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade error coin from this series can attract intense competition at auction, especially if it's a unique variety or an error that is rarely seen. There have even been stories of lucky individuals who found one of these valuable quarters in circulation, unknowingly holding onto it for years before discovering its true worth. That's what makes this hobby so thrilling. You never know what might be hiding in plain sight. Every coin has a story, and the 1999 New Jersey quarter is proof that even a small piece of metal can carry incredible historical value, artistic beauty, and yes, life-changing monetary value. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Just how much can one of these rare and extraordinary 1999 New Jersey state quarters be worth if it features one of these incredible errors and is in pristine condition? Believe it or not, one such quarter recently sold at auction for an absolutely staggering price of $100,000. That's right, a simple 25-cent coin, transformed by a rare minting error and preserved in beautiful condition, became a six-figure treasure in the hands of a lucky collector. So what are you waiting for? Go check your coin jars, dig through your pocket change, and search those old rolls of quarters. If you come across a 1999 New Jersey quarter, don't just spend it, inspect it. You might be holding a rare and valuable piece of U.S. Mint history that could change your life. And if you think you found something special, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your stories, see your photos, and help you determine if you've struck numismatic gold. Third expensive coin, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of one of the most underrated yet incredibly valuable coins from the 50-state quarter series, the United States of America $quarter coin from Montana, issued in 2007. You might be surprised to learn just how significant and sought after this coin has become among collectors, not just for its striking design, but for the rare and unusual errors that have pushed its value to jaw-dropping levels. If you've got this coin hiding somewhere in your collection, or even in your pocket, this is the video you need to watch all the way through. Released in 2007 as part of the U.S. Mint's iconic 50-state quarters program, the Montana quarter quickly stood out with its bold and powerful design. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll see a massive bison skull centered above a sweeping landscape of Montana's vast plains and majestic mountains. This design is deeply symbolic. It pays tribute to both the rich Native American heritage of the region and the rugged spirit of the American West. Below the image are the words, "Big Sky Country," a nickname that captures the endless skies and open freedom of Montana's beautiful terrain. It's not just a coin, it's a miniature work of art that celebrates American history and the soul of a state. But while millions of these quarters were struck for general circulation, not all Montana quarters are created equal. In fact, a small number of them feature rare minting errors that have transformed this humble coin into a collector's dream. These mistakes occurred during the production process at the U.S. Mint and resulted in coins that are now worth far more than their 25-cent face value. For the trained eye, these errors are like flashing signals that scream, "Rare. Valuable. Collect me." And the best part? Many of these coins are still out there in the wild, waiting to be discovered by someone just like you. One of the most valuable errors you can find on the 2007 Montana quarter is the double die error, which affects either the obverse or reverse, or sometimes both. This type of error happens when the die that strikes the coin shifts slightly between strikes, causing the images or letters to be duplicated or shadowed. If you look closely, especially at the inscriptions like Montana, Big Sky Country, or even the date, you might notice this doubling effect. It's subtle, but once you see it, you'll never forget it, and neither will a collector who's willing to pay top dollar for it. Another incredible error that has made waves in the coin world is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin isn't properly aligned during the minting process, resulting in a coin where the design is pushed to one side, often leaving part of the surface blank. These off-center strikes are eye-catching and extremely rare, especially when the date and mint mark are still visible. Coins like this aren't just valuable, they're conversation pieces that bring instant excitement to any collection. There are also known examples of die cracks and die breaks on the 2007 Montana quarter. These are raised lines or chunks of metal on the coin that shouldn't be there, caused by the deterioration or damage of the die used to strike it. Some of these cracks appear across the bison skull or through the mountain range, creating a dramatic and totally unique look. No two die crack errors are exactly the same, which adds to their appeal and uniqueness among collectors. Even more spectacular are the extremely rare wrong planchet errors, where a Montana quarter was accidentally struck on a planchet meant for another denomination, like a nickel or a foreign coin blank. These are ultra-rare finds, and when they surface at auctions or coin shows, the bidding wars begin almost instantly. Imagine having a Montana quarter struck on a copper-colored penny planchet or a silver-colored dime planchet. These anomalies are the kind of discoveries that make headlines in the numismatic world. So how can you tell if your Montana quarter is one of these rare, high-value varieties? First, check the condition. Coins that are in brilliant uncirculated or mint state condition will always command higher prices. Next, get a magnifier and inspect the coin carefully. Look at the inscriptions for any signs of doubling, study the positioning of the design for off-center strikes, and examine the surface for cracks, breaks, or anything unusual. A small detail could mean a big payday. Collectors are more excited than ever about the 50 state quarters, especially those from the later years of the program like 2007. These coins are modern enough to still be found in circulation, but rare enough that the error varieties are becoming increasingly difficult to find. Auction records from the past few years show rising prices for these coins, especially those authenticated and graded by top-tier companies like PCGS or NGC. Coins with confirmed errors or near-perfect grades have consistently sold for thousands of dollars, sometimes tens of thousands, depending on the rarity and condition. And now, the moment everyone has been waiting for, the value reveal. What is the highest known price ever paid for a 2007 Montana quarter featuring a major error and preserved in pristine condition? Brace yourself, because one such example, featuring a prominent mint error and certified at an exceptional grade, sold for an unbelievable $80,000. Yes, you heard that right. A 25-cent coin turned into a small fortune for a lucky collector who knew exactly what to look for. This is why coin collecting is so thrilling. You never know when the next rare find will appear in your everyday life. So go check your quarters, search your coin jars, and dig through those old rolls from the bank. The 2007 Montana quarter is out there, and one rare version could be your ticket to an incredible payday. If you think you've found one, or if you have questions about your own collection, drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your story and help guide you on your collecting journey. Especially, we're diving into the fascinating world of the United States of America $quarter coin from Harper's Ferry, minted in 2016. This isn't just another state quarter, it's a part of the America the Beautiful series, and for those who know what to look for, it can be worth far more than its face value. Stick around, because one specific version of this 2016 Harper's Ferry quarter has shocked collectors with its auction value, and yes, we'll reveal the exact amount later in this video. Let's begin with the design itself, because that's where the magic starts. The Harper's Ferry quarter honors Harper's Ferry National Historical Park, located at the scenic meeting point of the Potomac and Shenandoah Rivers in West Virginia. This site holds incredible historical significance. It's where John Brown's raid took place in 1859, an event that intensified the tensions leading up to the American Civil War. On the reverse of the coin, you'll see the John Brown's Fort, an iconic structure surrounded by historic architecture and leafy trees, bringing to life the powerful story of this place. It's more than just a coin, it's a piece of American history you can hold in your hand, but what truly sets this quarter apart in the eyes of collectors is not just its design, it's the rare mint errors and unique production quirks that have made certain Harper's Ferry quarters extremely valuable. These errors are not found on every coin, and that's exactly what makes them exciting. The rarity creates demand, and demand drives prices sky high. So, let's take a close look at the most valuable variations you should be on the lookout for. One of the most well-known and widely discussed errors on the 2016 Harper's Ferry quarter is the double die error. This error occurs when the coin die shifts slightly during the minting process, causing parts of the design to be stamped more than once. The result? Letters and details that appear doubled, particularly in the words, Harper's Ferry, John Brown's Fort, or even in the date, 2016. This doubling effect is easy to miss unless you're looking closely with a magnifier, but once spotted, it can transform an ordinary quarter into a prized possession worth hundreds, or even thousands, of dollars depending on its condition. Another valuable mistake collectors are chasing is the off-center strike. Imagine finding a Harper's Ferry quarter where the design is visibly shifted toward one side, leaving part of the coin blank or incomplete. That's an instant red flag for a rare strike, and the more off-center the design is, while still showing the date and major details, the more it's worth. These kinds of minting errors are loved by collectors because no two are exactly alike, making each one a unique conversation piece and a standout in any collection. Then there's the exciting possibility of wrong planchet errors, where the Harper's Ferry design was accidentally struck on a coin blank meant for another denomination. This could mean a quarter design struck on a dime or penny planchet, creating a coin that looks completely different in weight, size, or color. These are exceptionally rare, but they have appeared in the past for other America the Beautiful quarters, and Harper's Ferry is no exception. If you spot a coin that doesn't look quite right, especially in terms of weight or thickness, you might be holding something extraordinary. Some collectors have also discovered die cracks and cuts on Harper's Ferry quarters, raised lines or lumps where the die cracked or broke during the striking process. These add an unintentional uniqueness to the coin, and when found in uncirculated condition, they can be incredibly desirable. These kinds of errors give a coin personality and history that collectors absolutely love, and their scarcity only adds to the value. Now, how can you spot one of these rare quarters yourself? First, start by checking the mint mark. The Harper's Ferry quarter was produced in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. While error coins can appear from any mint, collectors have found several unusual varieties, particularly from the Philadelphia Mint, marked with a P. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop to carefully inspect all lettering, especially around E pluribus unum, the state name, the year, and any small text or design features. Look for doubling, misalignments, or anything that looks off compared to a normal quarter. It may seem small, but those tiny details could be what sets your coin apart from the millions. Recent auctions have shown a growing interest in rare America the Beautiful quarters, with special attention on coins that are either in MS, mint state, condition or that feature documented errors. One Harper's Ferry quarter featuring a dramatic off-center strike and verified by PCGS sold for an incredible sum that turned heads across the collector community. These sales aren't just flukes, they reflect the increasing demand for modern coins with rare characteristics, and it's no surprise why collectors are hunting for Harper's Ferry quarters more now than ever before. And now, the moment everyone has been waiting for, the actual price that a rare Harper's Ferry 2016 quarter has sold for at auction when the right conditions were met: a major error, near perfect condition, and professional certification. Ready for it? One extraordinary example was purchased by a collector for a massive $30,000. That's right, this seemingly everyday coin, when paired with the right mint error and pristine condition, crossed into five-figure territory and made history for its owner. So don't underestimate that little quarter in your change jar, it might just be the next big discovery. Take some time to look through your coins, especially if you've got any from 2016 with the Harper's Ferry design. If you think you've found something rare or unique, get it checked by a professional grading service. And if you're not sure, drop a comment below. We'd love to hear about your finds, answer your questions, or help you figure out whether you're holding on to a small piece of history. Last unique coin, we're diving deep into an extraordinary piece of American history, the United States $quarter coin from Mississippi, minted in 2002. At first glance, it might seem like just another quarter in your pocket, but if you listen carefully, this coin holds a secret that has captivated collectors around the world. The Mississippi quarter is not only rich in history and design, but certain versions of this coin have become highly sought after due to rare minting errors and unique features that make it incredibly valuable. So, if you love coins or just enjoy uncovering hidden treasures, stay tuned and enjoy this fascinating journey. The Mississippi quarter was part of the United States Mint's popular 50-state quarters program, celebrating each state's unique identity and history. This 2002 coin features the majestic magnolia blossom, the state flower, framed by graceful branches of cotton and rice plants, symbols that reflect Mississippi's rich agricultural heritage. On the reverse side, it proudly displays the year, 2002, along with the inscription, Mississippi. But while this design is beloved and iconic, what really grabs the attention of collectors isn't just the art, it's the rare minting anomalies that have turned some of these quarters into prized collectibles. Now, here's where things get really exciting. One of the most notable features that makes certain Mississippi quarters stand out is the presence of double die errors. This happens when the coin die strikes the coin more than once, but slightly off alignment, creating a duplicated image or lettering. On the Mississippi quarter, this error often shows up as a doubling effect on the word Mississippi, the date, 2002, or even parts of the intricate floral design. These double dies are incredibly rare and highly sought after because they turn a normal coin into a one-of-a-kind piece with extraordinary value. Another fascinating feature that can increase the value of the Mississippi quarter is the off-center strike. This error occurs when the coin is not perfectly aligned during the minting process, resulting in part of the design missing or cut off. Imagine holding a coin where the beautiful magnolia is shifted to one side, creating a blank space on the other. This imperfection actually makes the coin far more valuable to collectors. The more dramatic the off-center strike, while still keeping the key details intact, the higher its worth in the collector market. Collectors should also be on the lookout for wrong planchet errors, a truly extraordinary occurrence where the coin is struck on a metal blank intended for a different denomination. Although rare, such errors have been documented in quarters from this era, and if you ever come across a Mississippi quarter that looks oddly thick, thin, or different in color or weight, it's worth getting examined by a professional. These kinds of mistakes make the coin absolutely unique, and uniqueness is the name of the game when it comes to high-value collectibles. So how do collectors assess the value of these rare Mississippi quarters? Condition plays a massive role. Coins in mint state condition, meaning they have no signs of wear and retain their original luster, can command exponentially higher prices, especially if combined with mint errors. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC help verify the authenticity and condition of coins, giving buyers and sellers confidence in their true market value. In recent years, several rare Mississippi quarters featuring double die and off-center errors have sold for eye-popping sums in auctions, proving just how hot the market is for these coins. Speaking of auctions, the buzz around rare Mississippi quarters has been growing steadily, with collectors and investors keen to add these gems to their collections. One stunning example of a 2002 Mississippi quarter with a strong double die error and flawless condition sold recently for an impressive price, sparking excitement across the numismatic community. This surge in demand highlights that these coins are not only valuable today but are expected to appreciate even more over time, making them a smart investment for anyone passionate about coin collecting. If you happen to find a Mississippi quarter from 2002 that catches your eye, especially one that looks unusual or features doubled lettering, off-center designs, or strange coloring, don't hesitate to have it examined by a professional. You might just be holding a piece worth much more than its face value. And if you've already come across one of these rare coins, please share your experience in the comments below. We love hearing your stories and answering questions about your collections, so let's keep this community buzzing with excitement and knowledge. To wrap it up, the 2002 Mississippi quarter is a treasure trove of history, beauty, and incredible potential for collectors worldwide. Those special mint errors and unique features turn what seems like an ordinary coin into a sought-after collectible, making it a must-watch piece for anyone serious about coins. And now, the big reveal: some of these rare, error-filled Mississippi quarters have been valued at a staggering $45,000. That's right, $45,000 for a single quarter, proving that with the right coin in hand, you might be sitting on a small fortune. Thank you so much for joining me on this exciting journey through the world of the Mississippi quarter. If you enjoyed this video and want to uncover more stories behind rare coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Your next big coin discovery could be just around the corner. Happy collecting, everyone!